Which one are you going to put on?
The Camille one. Okay, so here we are with game one in the finals. I started our turn on. Between Big Sponsor and between Ezreal is High. Big Sponsor is on the blue side with Dongo, Google Skynet, Nightingale, Soyseek Grinch, and Uber Noobs. And then on the other side, Ezreal is High has Edmund, Levi, Tubbs, Easton, and Tall Lame.
And these two teams did match up in the Swiss, I believe.
Yeah, in the last round of the Swiss. It was, if I remember correctly, we saw the top lane matchup with the Renekton Dongo's Renekton just manhandled Easton's Fiora. I don't think we'll see the same thing. In fact, I think we're going to actually see role swaps come in from the other, from Ezreal's High. I know that Hayam Edmund, I think, might be playing mid lane this game. We might see Levi jungle, Easton AD carry, and Tubbs mid. It kind of looks like they're set up that way also, but they sent me a message saying they might play different roles depending on what. Right there. So we'll have to see what they do.
Yes, see if they mix it up a little. They did have a little bit of trouble. It looked like in every lane, the only matchup that seemed somewhat even was the jungle matchup there.
Yeah.
It was fairly close overall. With
Levi, did he play Zac that game?
I think Levi was on Rengar that game.
No, Levi wasn't jungling that game. Tubbs was jungling. Tubbs was on Rengar. Levi was playing Kog'Maw, I think. I think they ran Kog'Maw Lulu, and they just got steamrolled.
All right, so I guess they're swapping it up. But yeah, it was. I remember Rengar was doing pretty decent in the early game, whereas Warwick was doing a lot of farming, getting the objectives, picked up Dragon, picked up Rift Herald to put Dongo further ahead, and really didn't make an impact until later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll have to see. Obviously, this game we see a Zac banned out, as well as the Riven, Hayam Edmonds challenger player who mostly plays Riven, so it's not too surprising to see the Riven banned out. They also banned out the Graves last time. They played Ezreal is High from Big Sponsor. On their side, it's nice to see the Syndra ban. Last time they picked Syndra, and it was quite brutal. The Lulu ban, which is focused towards Uber Noobs, and the Fiora ban, which is towards Dongo. We see a Kayle picked up here for first pick. I find that, I mean, it could be flexed. I mean, I guess you can play it jungle, mid, and top.
Yeah.
But in general, that's a really strange pick to pick up because it's very counterable.
And actually, we're strong Renekton pick open too, which dominated their last matchup. Looks like they might pick that up and make sure they're on the winning side of that matchup.
Get the Renekton this time, and it looks like they're going to be trying to go for the Vlad mid lane too. So they early pick both solo lanes. I'm not. Ezreal's High obviously came into this with a plan, and
unless they like both of them against Kayle, maybe.
I mean, if both champions are kind of hard to counter. Like, Renekton's going to win the lane no matter what. Yeah. So it's like, whatever, you can't really do much about it. And Vladimir is just, there's not a lot out there that you're like, man, Vladimir gets stopped by this, It's just, I find it weird because Vladimir was an amazing counter to Syndra. And they banned the Syndra and then picked the Vladimir in the first rotation. I find that a little strange.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird ban if you're planning on picking up that for sure.
Yeah. We actually, on the other side, we see Shen and Karma picked up. The Shen I guess has to be top lane when you have the Karma, I guess, unless they're playing Karma mid. But so Shen's going to be in the top lane, which means Kale's going to be either jungle or in the mid lane. Probably the mid lane. Yeah. But when you pick a Shen, normally you want an assassin jungler, someone who dives into the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, it can work in some situations with a mid laner like Ahri. In this case, because they already have the Kayle, it's going to be maybe a Rengar jungle, a Kha'Zix, Lee Sin, someone who's going to get deep into the team so the Shen can get to that back line with the ultimate. I expect to see something like that coming in here for Google Skynet.
If we saw a Rengar,
almost
insta-locked here.
Yeah, Shengar was one of those classic combos. On the other side, the bot lane is now picked up here. We see Malzahar Jhin, kind of a classic this season bot lane. Jin's just really good from afar, and Malzahar's got really good engage potential. Their team doesn't have any engage so far. I think it was a good pickup. And actually on the other side, we see Warwick picked up with the Cassiopeia.
Is that an AD carry, or are they going to run
It might be AD Kayle. It could be...
Could be Cass bottom.
It could be proxy pick, and then they didn't tell us, and they're going to remake the game. That's a potential too, but
they should have told us.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we see Warwick picked up with the Shen. I don't think those are going to be proxy picked. Warwick doesn't have a problem getting in the back line, so it's a similar idea, but he's really tanky, so Does Shen ult maybe not so useful on him?
Yeah.
One thing I gotta say though, that team with the Shen ult and with the Kayle ult has a lot of appeal for themselves. Just like it's gonna be really hard to kill anyone on that team.
We're either gonna need to see a proxy, or it's literally just Cassiopeia, the machine gun.
Yeah. It's gonna be a crazy proxy. Or like just it's gonna be some proxy for something, or it's just a crazy pick. And on the other pick, we will see, I think, Levi's Hecarim here. Yeah. So I actually like the Hecarim pick here just because it's way better early game, and it has way more potential late game, I think, for engaging. I like it better than the Warwick. If Warwick misses his ult, it's very small, and if he misses ult, it sucks. Whereas Hecarim, ult so big, guaranteed fear on people.
Yeah.
It gives him some sort of engage with the Malzahar here.
It's a better escape too.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to be.
He's got better early clear. I'm not crazy about the Warwick pick. We'll have to see if Google's Skynet can make it work. He does run Flash on Warwick, which I find interesting because Ghost is so good with the ult, so you get more ult range as well as just to run people down. But Flash is nice also to actually escape some situations where you might be caught out. So I've seen Warwicks run both Flash and also run Ghost. Both of them work pretty well.
We'll have to see if Hecarim can get into either the mid or the top lane early and see if they can really make an impact. If either of those lanes get any advantage, they can easily get out of control really fast.
Yeah, last game, so we actually do see lane swaps. So Tubbs last time was jungling, Levi was playing AD carry, Easton was playing top, and Edmund was playing mid. So 4 of them swapping roles here. I like this though, because I mean last time, even though Tubbs didn't do bad early on the Rengar, he didn't get a lot done early, and I want to see if Levi can get stuff done early. Because Google Skynet, last time we saw his Warwick did literally nothing for the first 11 minutes of the game and just relied on Dongo and all his winning lanes to kind of carry him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he got a Cloud Drake, which is not that impactful.
Yeah,
and,
that was a bit
and then he didn't even gank a lane until he hit level 8, which with Warwick, normally when you hit level 6, that's your go.
Yeah, definitely the go button at 6, so he thought he was going to head into the bot lane and just didn't really do that, continued securing objectives, but his team was far enough ahead that worked for them.
Yeah, I want to see if Levi do some early pressure because like Cassiopeia is pretty immobile. I mean, Renekton should beat Shen early in the top lane. In this ball, the Kayle AD carry is very gankable pre-6 and just in general. And even post-6, Malzahar can just ult it and they blow him up while the Malzahar is ulting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a lot of potential for good Hecarim ganks in this game. So I'm curious to see.
The Kayle bot lane is a big risk here.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I haven't seen a Kayle bot lane in about 3 seasons. So.
Yeah, because of Kayle and how she does a lot of her damage.
What is it, the spectator bug, and it's like actually like Ezreal or something, and we got a spectator bug? Because I don't know, it's ridiculous. I'm loving seeing it though. It's nice to see something completely different.
They have a lot of magic damage though, and that it just seems like Vladimir should just be able to dominate this game as long as he doesn't get completely dominated early, which Cassiopeia does definitely have the potential
also
to do.
Once again want to point out they're both running Ghost. I think Ghost on Vladimir is good. I talked to Nightingale yesterday. He said he's going to run Ghost anyways to prove me wrong. Ignite against Vladimir is so good.
Yes.
So good for dominating really, especially with Cassiopeia. I feel like Ignite would have been a much better summoner spell here. But he runs the Ghost. We'll have to see how it works out. It's still really good on cast because it lets you run down people with your E.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a bad summoner spell. I just feel versus the Vladimir, Ignite might have been better.
Yes.
Especially considering he's not going to be able to use the Ghost to outrun the Hecarim.
Yeah, the wind-up time on it is just not going to work for that.
Yeah, it works for certain champs. It's okay with Cass.
Hecarim's just going to ult pass, push back with the E, and then Cassiopeia is going to run away faster towards the team of Ezreal is high. So
I think the way to watch this game, I want to see what the junglers do. Like, are the junglers able to get that early impact that like they're looking for? Because Warwick's going to be farming till 6.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see an early gank from him. But Hecarim has potential level 4. Like level 3, level 4 to also get a really good early gank on, and he's got lots of easy to gank lanes early.
Yes.
Like, I mean, you got the Kayle pick, you have like the Cassiopeia, like both of them have no escapes whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice to see maybe an early gank here from Levi to try and snowball one of these lanes, especially if you can put behind the Cassiopeia or the Shen, which I say those two, just because in those two matchups, like if you put behind the Shen, his TPs aren't going to matter. He's not going to have a chance to TP. And if you put behind... Hold on.
We'll just switch when we get there.
I'll just flop down. Or champ select. I guess. It's loading in.
So yeah, we're just about to get into game here. We're loading up. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Levi can make that impact before Google's Skynet can really get in the game at level 6 here. Then it's going to give Ezreal's High a really good chance to win, because they have a lot of champions who, if they're left unchecked, are going to dominate. And Renekton, who is, if he gets ahead at all, he's going to dominate.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about some of these matchups, because like one of the biggest mistakes people make is they draft for comp, but you can't draft 3 losing lanes ever.
No.
It like you pretty much are, when you draft 3 losing lanes, you're pretty much saying, okay, my jungler either has to go off, or we have to hope that they screw up late game because we drafted 3 losing lanes, all lanes lose, and then they just snowball. They get ahead.
I think we have a situation
We
of
not
2-1
this,
here.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a 1. I don't know about the bot lane, but I do know that Cassiopeia early game should have an advantage over the Vladimir.
Definitely.
And I do know that in the top lane, Renekton's going to have an advantage over the Shen, at least in the early game. So
I feel like the Kayle Karma lane is just going to have the early push, and that might give them a bit of an advantage. But
maybe.
then again, they have
this so easy
Ezreal's
to
High
gank them.
Ezreal's High has the Hecarim. It's kind of balanced that out. So
it's like,
I think we've got a really even pressure
I don't
on
think
the
they
map
can
here.
push. Like, honestly, I think we have to watch how Big Sponsor plays this, because if they push in, their gank pressure is going to be so immense. And especially once 6 comes around, like even though you've got Kayle ult to dodge damage, a Flash Malzahar ult is just going to negate anything the Kayle ult's going to do, as well as Jin's damage is going to be like coming out here kind of in a more anything like, the Kayle ult's going to do, as well as Jin's damage is going to... 1 second, okay. We're back here, sorry. Yeah, so because Kale's ult only going to block burst damage, because Jin's ult hits him 4 separate strokes.
Yeah.
You can't block all of it. You're going to have to only choose to block like 1 or 2 different things.
Well, and if they're going to go ahead and ult Kayle before that ult goes off for Kayle, if you can get that flash ult, most times Kale's not going to be able to respond there for you.
Okay.
Looks like we're heading into a quick pause here.
Yeah, I think bug splat for one of the players, but that's fine. It'll be
low.
resolved pretty quickly. At least the power isn't been knocked out on half the computers again, like yesterday.
Yeah.
It happens though at a LAN. Someone on the other team playing some pretty competitive CS:GO or Overwatch kicks the... Was that what happened?
That or people could be just packing up because we're on Sunday now.
Yeah, and then...
They unplugged the wrong thing.
I mean, yeah, I think yesterday people wouldn't the power... I'm not sure what happened, but I know from playing in these LANs the last 3 or 4 years...
Oh, they were daisy chaining power. That's what it was.
Oh!
So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, that's...
Don't do power bars from power bars to power bars and use all of them.
Yeah, that is...
Daisy chain a little bit.
A very little bit.
But only use the last one. Don't use them all.
Well, you know, they learned their lesson, hopefully.
Looks like we're getting into it. We should start here. See if we have any interesting starting items. Doesn't look like we're going to here. Everybody looking for something pretty standard here. Warwick going with the...
yeah, it looks weird if you've never seen it. Yeah,
it's a normal buy for him.
Warwick, because of the way his passive works now, he has so much sustain when he's low health. He doesn't need the Reju Bead works towards an early Tiamat for him, so he doesn't really need the pot.
Exactly.
And so in fact, he could jungle without him, even without the Reju Bead. But the Reju Bead gives him just enough sustain, so he stays healthy enough that he can't really get counter jungled easily.
Yeah, you may as well use your money. He doesn't need the pots or the potion.
Yeah.
So the Reju Bead, because it does fit in the build, is a really good buy.
It's a good buy, and you see almost every Warwick started. The thing you don't always see is, do they run Ghost or Flash? Also, we're going to see a little bit of a group up here, actually, coming in from Ezreal's High.
Looks like we see a Dark Seal on Vladimir, too. That's a little...
That's kind of standard, though.
Is it?
I feel like, yeah, because he's going to want his trade early, and with the 3 pods also, with the Dark Seal healing. It's exactly, I think, what Nightingale ran.
He takes the Potion Mastery as well.
Yeah. I think it's exactly what Nightingale actually ran when he played versus Edmund's Lux in their first game in the Swiss.
Yeah.
So I'm not that surprised to see it. Like, I mean, Vlad's one of those champions that it's just not easy to see. Like, well, he's newer back into the meta. I'm curious to see, though, because that team's so magic damage heavy, will he rush the Spear Visage?
I think he should.
I think he should also, but
it's normally not as good as it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a proto belt too. Yeah. I just think he should get early MR. Like,
it
even if he gets
second
Merc,
item at the latest.
Yeah, if he gets Merc, he can get proto belt first. If he just decides to go for the rush Spear Visage, he could even rush Spear Visage and Merc because of how much magic damage is coming out. Yeah. Because the Kale's also got magic damage.
Exactly, that's what I was saying in here.
Yeah.
If Ezreal's High gets any kind of lead here, this game should just end at some point because Vladimir just will be on.
I hope it ends at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna snowball
for them. Yeah, they're gonna be able. The game's gonna be over. insane. Yeah.
Big sponsor just won't have any way to actually put any damage onto Tubbs. The only person doing damage will be himself.
One thing, big sponsor also, they leashed the top side, and we see actually Levi and Ezreal's High, they leash bot side. It's okay for both junglers. Like I said in one of the previous casts, for junglers, it's nice to have the red buff second. For trading potential, for gank potential, it's just better to have the red buff on you for longer. So it's not bad. It's just going to be interesting because we can actually see maybe this Renekton or this Hecarim go and help the Renekton or the Vladimir with the early gank.
Yeah, he's going to be the one with the early pressure. I don't know if I really agree with doing that on Warwick here. I mean, I guess it will help his early clear with the cooldowns, but it's
not bad.
He's not going to be ganking with that buff most likely anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is this way he can clear his whole jungle and get his Tiamat a lot easier. Because once he gets the red buff, he can clear both the Krugs and the Raptors easier, whereas before he'd have to walk back.
Yeah.
So it makes sense in terms of just a raw clear. We see a lot of trading in this bot lane here. Soisy Grinch and Easton and Tall Lame all get kind of low, but so trade's kind of actually in favor of the Kayle right now.
The early lane pressure with the push from the Kayle here looks like it's kind of letting Karma get some extra free poke off. Yeah. That's really making the difference in the lane.
I mean, Uber Noobs is actually now almost doomed, so that's I think a big deal. As well as I didn't think about it, but Kayle actually has healing in this bot lane.
Yep.
So there's actual sustain coming in. It's weird to see the ADC of sorts with the sustain, but yeah, so they actually do have some sort of sustain, whereas on the other side, we've actually seen Easton blow all 3 of his health pots already. So he started the longsword 3 pot, burned all 3 health pods, so
yeah, he's
really
been taking
good
a lot
trading.
of poke from Uber Noobs. Been pretty on point with the Karma early.
Yeah, I just feel that it might not actually be that worth it, because he's already almost doomed. And if Hecarim, for instance, was there, which he's not, but Hecarim's going to back, might make his way down bot, that could be really bad, having an Karma.
Top and mid lane look like they're playing out kind of as expected here. Renekton on Edmund is doing a little bit of work on Dongo, giving him a little bit of back from what Dongo did to them last time.
Yeah, I mean, at least this time Dongo doesn't get first blooded, and it's not a carry, it's not 2 carry matchup, you know?
Yeah.
This is a lot more of a Shen just has to sit there and wait, and then eventually he's better.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to get tanky enough that it's not going to matter at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Renekton's still going to be really good in the team fight, but one of the things that Shen's so good at is the fact that he has that ult. He can just split push for forever, and then he'll ult in, they'll TP in, and then you have TP advantage, but he still has TP.
Gank in the bot lane here. Levi coming in, he's immediately exhausted. So Icy Grinch could be in trouble, but the snare here from Uber Noobs, well played. Just shuts down the gank completely.
Yeah, and I mean, they only burn the exhaust, and actually Tall Lame here, exhaust being burning him. Levi looks like he might be coming, but no, Google Skynet actually was also there as well. So lots of trading in this bot lane. Nobody goes down though, just the exhaust burn, and we're gonna see
both sides get the exhaust out.
Yeah. Edmund in the top lane actually really low.
Yeah.
But he actually might, forces Dongo's flash here. Dongo tries to go for the kill before he can use the Q. Does not happen. Renekton heals up and he goes, wait, I can't do that.
Trying to get some extra here.
Edmund might flash. No, he's not going to get it.
Zone off, though.
No, that's really good because look at the minions at the tower.
Yeah.
He's just going to
lose a bunch of experience here.
Yeah, whereas if he TP'd back right away, he'd at least get some of them. He's not going to get any of those. And Edmund is just now got almost a double the CS lead here.
He's going to need to get out, though.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Shen doesn't really have a good way. Oh, actually, Google Skynet's here. He can chase him down. Will he look for it? I mean, Edmund does a flash. He could just flash. Oh, actually, yeah, he might get this actually. Yeah, he is going to get this. Oh, no, he's not. I didn't realize he flashed earlier to get into range. So Edmund makes it out alive. Google Skynet actually has a pretty decent early gank, though. Able to get the flash out of Edmund, relieve some of that pressure in the top lane.
I believe we're just going to keep seeing this jungle pressure now because there's no summoner spells in a lot of lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see more ganks. Like, bot lane, there's a little bit of a CS lead, especially with the lane pushing it towards big sponsor.
Yeah,
we're
probably
gonna see,
about 8 to 10 once the lanes even out.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty important. But it's more about, like, can this Kayle do stuff when 6 comes around? I'm really curious. Like, at level 6, Tall Lame, all you have to do is flash ult, and, like, they're in a really good position. So yeah. I'm curious to see how this matchup works. I've never actually seen the Kayle AD carry in Season 7, at least. I've seen it maybe in, like, a normal or two.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Champion's been very far out of competitive play for a while. And
it looks like Vladimir going for the early cloak here. he's definitely going for that Spirit Visage early.
Yeah, and he is getting bullied a little bit in lane. You can see he's down a little bit of CS, but that's perfectly fine. Honestly, versus the Cassiopeia.
That's what's supposed to happen. Cassio does that to everyone almost.
Yeah, and the only thing is, like, now that he's got the MR, I think he actually has favorable trading.
Yeah.
Like, he has to do, like, small trade. He just can't all in. And speaking of all-inning, it looks like Edmund's going to use his ult here, going to go on towards Dongo. Dongo has no flash. Edmund does, but he's going to back off. Not going to look for the dive. Levi is top lane, actually, also with the ult. Looks like they might look for this dive. Edmund's going to try and stun up on their tower.
Both
Levi's going to ult first blood.
Yeah, both flashes are down there for the top lane, so really nice awareness there from Levi, coming up there and making sure they can secure that dive, put that Shen further behind here. It looks like it's a 22 CS lead here. They're going to be able to put some pressure on the tower, call up the jungler here, and that's going to relieve pressure on the rest of the map still.
Yeah, I think one important thing to note, actually 1 second, looks like Edmund's going to be going into Google Skynet. He's going to just get out there with the fear. Nice play from Skynet, but the important thing to note actually is Shen hit 6, so the bot lane ganks are not going to be nearly as impactful.
That's true.
So ganking that top lane, ganking the Shen even farther behind is just going to make it so that Shen can't TP.
Yeah.
Or if he does, he loses a tower. So I actually really like early ganking the Shen with the Renekton, just to make sure that at least once Shen hits 6, you gank the top lane, just keep repeatedly ganking, keep that Shen down as long as possible.
Yeah, it's up to a 30 CS now with that play. They're able to bully off Google's Skynet too, so they probably picked up some decent tower damage here. Looks like they got about half of it, a little bit more. So
yeah,
they're going to be able to repeat that, probably pick up that tower in a little bit here.
And actually we see, I just want to look at the gold difference. Yeah, I mean, it's 800 gold difference in the top one because the kill did go over to Levi, but that's still quite impactful, especially the Black Cleaver almost done. So triple cloth armor is picked up for the Shen. He's obviously going for Ninja Tabby and then so just more armor. Because, I mean, 80 jungler, 80 top laner, you want to get that armor. But with the Black Cleaver almost done, that's really going to be kind of hard for him to do anything still. Yeah. Like, the armor's just going to get negated.
It's what we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah.
If the Renekton gets ahead, it's going to be a troublesome time for Shen here. Probably not going to be able to have that full map impact that he really was looking to do with that pick.
Yeah, a lot of teams in the LCS have been prioritizing this Renekton for this reason. One of the things, though, is one of the counter picks they've been playing into it has been the Rumble, but neither top laner really seems to like Rumble. So, I mean, it kind of just leaves the Renekton open to having, like, a winning matchup guaranteed. And you saw last game how impactful it was. This game, so far, in fact, been very steady. We have a 1,000 gold lead now in favor. Edmund, once again, is going for trades. Dongo uses W a bit late there, but, I mean...
Edmund's just going to try and work him down, get him low, either get him to back off, or he's going to kill him again.
Yeah, and it looks like actually Levi's coming up for the top lane. They're going to go for another dive here.
Absolutely what they should be doing.
Yeah, and Google Skynet is just off farming. He's just still has had a single gank. Levi with a nice gank here, and it looks like Dongo is dead again, dead to rights. They're going to get this first tower here too if they want. And some really, really good early play coming here from Ezreal's High.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the lead. They're going to get that tower here. Google Skynet's nowhere to be seen. First tower gold going probably to Solo. Yeah, Solo to Hey, it's Edmund. He's going to be up huge gold now.
Yeah, if we look at that, the gold lead, it's now
1,800.
1,800. It was 600 2 minutes ago. Yeah, Google Skynet gets pushed out of his jungle. He's just, like, Levi does have both kills. Like, even though, like, Edmund's got that solid gold lead without the kills, even.
Yeah.
Like, Levi's so far ahead actually in the jungle.
Where's our difference in the jungle gold?
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty close.
Well, it's 900 because of the 2 kills. It's just, like, the gold's going on the right people, I feel like, right now. And actually, we're going to see 3 people mid.
Leveled up, too.
3 people mid, actually, here. Looks like they're going to look for something. Nightingale spots it out, realizes, wait, they're gone top lane. He's just going to back off.
Yeah.
Play a little save.
Good heads-up play there, for sure.
Yeah, and we stopped talking about this bot lane because top lane was so interesting, but the CS lead is actually getting quite big in this bot lane now.
Yeah, about 60, and probably after this wave we're looking at about 14, 13.
Yeah, but like, it's still, that's crazy. Like, Kale's having a really good early laning phase.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought when I saw that Kale. It's like they're going to have the push early, they're going to get extra harassed. When 6 happens, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
But it's really going to come down to later when a lot of Kale's damage is going to be magic, and Vladimir is going to be unkillable. Vladimir's only been down to 10 CS here.
Yeah.
Is building up that. And look at Cassiopeia. Nightingale's already had to buy a Negatron cloak. So
and there's no other magic damage on the team besides the Malzahar support. So he's building just for the lane.
If he's forcing a lane build,
1 second. Levi looks like he might go in for Nightingale here. He gets ulted. Shen ult actually comes in. Google Skynet. Very nice play there by Levi. Will he be able to make it out, though? I think he's actually going to go down here. So nice kill. Oh, nice turnaround killer from Tubbs. Looks like TP is actually coming in from Renekton. They got to get out of here, but they're going to try and turn on towards Tubbs. They're not going to get him. Oh, so close. And actually, Dongo does pick it up in the end. But Edmund is so big. And they're going to try
and be able to get 2 here.
Oh, no, the missed ult. Maybe still, yeah, double kill picked up for Edmund. A little bit greedy going in there. Ezreal's High's be able to capitalize on that. And they might actually be able to pressure this mid tower, too.
It looks like Easton's going to go try and stop the bot lane push here. This is the one thing that they do have the advantage with the Kayle, is because they push so hard, Kayle may just be able to pick up 3 towers. You're going to have a 1v1 here. Oh, so Icy Grinch stand up under tower, but the ultimate, stopping the damage. Easton gets the 4th shot there, gets a little bit of distance, flash. Tower shot, not going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of luck there, actually, I feel like, for So Icy Grinch.
Yeah.
He dropped tower aggro and then got it back, which was nice from him, but, like, it was just the bare minimum range.
Yeah.
And if he kept it, he would have died to the tower because the tower doing increased damage with each auto. But nice play from them. So, 2 towers to 1 now.
Yeah, turret trade for that.
Yeah, but the mid turret is so much bigger. It's like you have so much more pressure with it. The bot tower, what it does give you, though, is gives you a little bit of dragon control, same amount as mid lane.
Yeah.
But with that top lane, also look at the top lane pushing now all in towards the Renekton. The Renekton not having a Tiamat, he can freeze that for as long as he wants to.
Yeah.
And the Shen is just going to be zoned out now for until someone else goes top to push that in, assuming that's what Edmund does. But
and the Shen ult did get used in that mid lane fight, so we're going to have a bit of a reprieve here.
Yeah, Shen does have TP.
We didn't really even get to talk about it, but that sick juke from Levi with his ult there on Google's Skynet's ult.
That was really well played. Yeah, like it wasn't like Google's Skynet's ult was bad. It's just
it
Levi preemptively ulted. Yeah. He's like, oh crap, I'm too deep. Oh, actually, we see this Malzahar ult coming on towards Ubernoobs. Ubernoobs actually dies trying to get some wards on for the dragon, and so there's going to be a dragon also going over in favor of Ezreal's High, most likely.
Yeah, just remember, guys, when you're warding at this point in the game, you need to be doing team warding. You got to have your jungler with you if you're support.
Yeah.
Because if anybody catches you out on this team, look at this team. You're going to be done here.
Yeah, and like you look at it actually, like they knew that he was there too. Like we just saw Ubernoobs actually ward over into the Dragon Pit. He saw them clear it, so he knew they were in the vicinity. He still wanted to get the wards though. He should have just pinked over the wall, I think, into the pit.
Yeah.
Just because the pink still gives vision.
Yeah.
Or the control ward, pardon me. But either way, 3,000 gold lead now here in favor of Ezreal's High.
And they picked up an Ocean.
Yep, the Ocean Drake also. They just need to now try and get that bot tower. It looks like though. Yeah, actually, it looked like Edmund pushed in that top wave. He didn't just try and freeze it. He does have his Tiamat now, too. So,
yeah, but he's up 50 CS, so...
Yeah, I mean, so I guess you can afford to do it, but...
So Icy Grinch is up 40, though, so...
Yeah, I mean...
It is being equalized across the map, the actual CS. Right now, the big difference is the towers, the kills, the pressure, and the top half of the map.
I also want to say that Easton has roamed mid multiple times, whereas... So Icy Grinch has just stayed in his lane.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just trading happening top lane here, nothing special. Yeah, and because of that, Easton lost even a little bit more, whereas in the top lane, it's just been ganks. That's the only reason. Dongo's only ulted down once, and that was where also Edmund followed, and they won that fight.
Yeah, we do have Easton actually picking up 3 assists, so even though he will have a little bit of gold there, it won't be as bad.
He's down a bit over 1,000. Oh, and it looks like actually So Icy Grinch might be overextending a little bit here. No, he's got the Shen ult, and that's going to be a kill picked up. A little bit of a late exhaust.
Should be 2, I think.
Yeah, that should be 2.
Just to make sure.
Oh, Flash coming out here. Google's gun actually gets caught out here on the back end by the jungle on top. And will they look for more? Looks like it. Tubbs is going to just use the ult on the both of them. Nice Cassiopeia petrifying Jays coming in, but will they still live? Levi's going really deep, and he gets exhausted, but with the Hecarim ult, he's still able to pick up 1. Nightingale also gets stunned up on the back end. He's going to get picked up by Tubbs.
Nice 3-man dive.
Yeah, really, really nice. And Dongo shows up late, but nothing much coming out of that. So, all in all...
actually got out there, too. I thought he was dead for sure, but no, he didn't go down. He got out of that bot lane.
I can't believe he got out of that bot lane. Yeah, we flashed over the wall and then silenced. I saw that. Oh, actually, one sec. Dongo looks like he's going to try and get Tubbs. Not going to be able to get it. So Icy Grinch gets ulted by top lane. Not going to be able to be picked up, but the Jhin ult's coming in. He's going to juke it. He's going to walk into him, actually, to juke out of it. That's pretty well played. Yeah, no, he's going to get out fine.
Yeah, no help there, so he's going to be able to get out. Does get 2 ultimates around the bot lane there. Continuing to push. I mean, living on the edge there. I think he had to ult defensively there more than offensively, but they were able to get some damage out from it.
And Google Skynet, even with the damage reduction from his E, he still takes a lot from the Renekton.
And you see he's 2 levels behind right now.
Yeah, just like the farming strategy worked versus the Rengar that wasn't ganking, but versus the Hecarim that is, not nearly as successful of a strategy.
It seems like Ezreal's High learned a lot from their first matchup.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really showing
lane swapping everyone seemed to have worked pretty well.
Yeah.
And The only one who's really struggling now is Easton, whereas before when we saw Levi in the bot lane, he wasn't struggling nearly as hard, but I think that jungle pressure is definitely making up for it. Like now we're at a 4,000 gold lead in favor of Ezreal High.
Yeah, and we can definitely see that Levi with his 5 kills, 3 assists is really all over things here.
Yeah. We got next dragon, actually, just going to take a quick peek here, is the Ocean Dragon. And so that's going to be coming up in probably 3 or 4 minutes. And I guess that might be next objective, but we just got to really see if Big Sponsor can take this bot tower. Because now we see actually Hecarim in the bot lane. They're really going to start pressuring it. And Google's Skynet, he's got to go bot lane to try and help stop this dive. He actually is making his way down there. Uber Noobs as well, making his way down there, but they might be a little late here. At least Soy Secret just flash and ult. He's going to have to back up a little bit. They're going to get a little bit of damage on this, but I don't think they're going to get anything special. Yeah, Levi, they're just going to get like about half the tower's health, so it's not bad. But wow, there's like a lot of roaming down actually happening here for both teams.
It's going to be a free tower in the top lane though, Fred.
Yeah, I feel like that they don't know right now that Shen is roamed down, but Shen still has his ult. I really don't know why he's roaming down. He's running back top lane now. So they save the bottom outer, but they lose the top inner.
Yeah.
So not the greatest trade of all time. Top inner was low at least.
Yeah, this gold lane's really being put to work here. Ezreal High is not letting up. They're making sure they keep their match pressure. They're keeping that huge 20, what is it at now? It's actually a 3,100 gold lead in the top lane right now.
Just in the top lane, yeah. And Edmund, I think they're going to go and give him Rift Herald right now. That's why you see Hecarim roaming down.
2,700 on the junglers too. So
yeah, and the ping's coming up for the Rift Herald right now. They're going to make their way over there, grab the Rift Herald for the Renekton, and because they grabbed it so late, it's going to be up until 38 minutes, which is just going to make Shen's life even harder. He's got so much armor right now, but it's just nothing in comparison to the damage that Edmund can put out on this Renekton.
Yeah.
It's not even like Renekton falls off nearly as hard as he used to also.
No, he's got a much smoother path.
Oh, they're going to reset this Rift Herald if they're not careful. Okay, they end up getting it before they reset it, so good job for them.
So Dongo's going to be in even more trouble now.
Yeah, he's the 60 CS lead, yeah. It is. I feel like this Renekton's going to be a power pick in the next game, no matter who wins here. Just the early game pressure has been so...
I wouldn't be surprised to see it go down in bans.
Yeah, it's either going to go down in bans or it's going to go be like first rotation.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was first rotation actually this game. They picked the Kale first overall, which is just so questionable. I mean, if you're going to pick Kale AD carry, pick it at last. I mean, why would you pick it early?
It's kind of a BM pick.
Yeah. I feel like it was a little bit of a BM pick, and it is working, to be fair. The Kale pick is working. I'm not saying the Kale is bad. I'm saying you might want to prioritize something that both top laners want first.
Yeah, and it's still just like, even if they get back in this game, what are they going to do about Vladimir? What are they going to do about Tubbs?
And what are they going to do about Levi? I mean, Levi's got his completed front Trinity Force and jungle item right now.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be now stacking resistances. Yeah. So he's going to always do this much damage. And
yeah, he'll probably have a Visage as well very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, he's going armor, it looks like, right now. But he does have at least the Merc Treads. And yeah, the Ocean Drake now up. They're going to go for it. Tubbs actually just doesn't ult, but does a lot of damage to Kale there in the bot lane.
Half in one skill, it looked like. Maybe one rotation. Probably got both skills. But.
Yeah, he took a fair amount too, but just takes the honey fruit, heals back up. Now he's bot lane. This is a really good rotation. I actually love this. You leave Tubbs in the bot lane, you group everyone else up, and you just leave like if they want to 2v1 Tubbs, that's fine. They're just gonna push mid with 4, and then they can potentially take that mid tower. I really think that's what they should be doing, is just leave Tubbs in this side lane, and you need to have the cast match it. And if the cast doesn't match it, then you have the numbers advantage. I really don't like the fact that Uber Noobs should at least, if they're gonna leave Kale bot lane, separate and help go with his team. Obviously, nothing to come out of that.
I don't know. I feel like they might want to switch Edmund back into the bot lane area.
Yeah,
just so
definitely.
They can get control of Baron.
Yeah, they get control of Baron, and they can take those towers with impunity, like with Edmund there. Definitely Edmund in the bot lane. Edmund or Tubbs. Tubbs is fine in the bot lane as well, just because.
And they still have that first kill tower, so it's really gonna. If they do draw people down there, they're just gonna have the rest of the map.
Oh, looks like they're actually gonna try and go for Edmund here. Nice taunt into the Warwick ult. Will Edmund go down? He takes over half his health. He takes a lot, but oh my goodness, Tubbs is here also. The nice Malzar ult comes out. You actually see a flash up coming. Levi is on a rampage, kills the Warwick. Cassiopeia ult comes in. He will not be able to save people. Dongo's really low. Will he go down? He flashes a double kill picked up here for Levi. And looks like they're going to get Nightingale too. Triple kill Gets a Shen. And Tubbs is also going to pick up a 4th one. Cassiopeia, he goes down actually to the burn damage. Uber Noobs goes down, and that's an ace picked up here for Ezreal is high.
5-for-1 trade. Tubbs barely going down. That's going to be an inhibitor for sure. We'll see if it's more. Death Timer probably means no finish here, but they should be able to...
I think they can get the inhib.
Yeah, they'll get the inhib, no problem here. Be able to back off, and that'll let them set up the Baron control quite easy.
Yeah.
Again, I probably want to see Edmund get into the bot lane here, still having first tiers up.
Yeah, and
get
his
those towers
TP's up.
For free now.
Yeah, his TP's also up. So, like, if Edmund goes bot lane right now, I mean, to be honest, though, if Edmund just groups up with his team, and they do Baron,
able to roll over them.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, Edmund's got a lot of options. One thing he shouldn't do is push top lane alone. That's, like, the only thing.
Yeah, we probably need to see Levi spend this 2,000 he's got on right now.
Yeah, I mean, and, it's not just Levi. Like, we have 1,000 on the Renekton now again, and 1,000 on the Jhin. And, like, the other two just backed, so... We're really close, actually, to Zonya's right now for Vladimir as well, which will just make him even stronger, like, get an extra spell rotation up.
Yeah,
so.
and he's now gotten double MR. Yeah, he skipped the Merc Treads, but he went double MR items, so
yeah,
he's not taking a lot of damage.
He actually didn't go for the Spirit Visage.
No, not yet.
But, I mean, it obviously is working out for him.
Yeah, it looks like he'll probably get the Zonyas next. I mean, Vladimir is a little more suited to the AP items now than the resistances than he used to be.
Yeah.
Looks like here we go, free tower that they definitely can't contest, so they lose the game there. Finally picked up here by Edmund.
Wow, actually, the bot lane is being held right now by Google is Skynet. So the jungler's holding bot lane. Shen is pushing top lane. They could just rush the Baron and TP, and there's literally nothing they can do to stop it. I would love to see Ezreal is high actually do that right now. Looks like instead, they're just going to keep pushing the bot lane. I mean, it's still not a bad play. Like, Google Skynet can't stop Edmund from hitting tower. He's still going to get damage on it, but like they could just TP into the Baron pit and rush Baron right now, and it would be free.
Yeah.
There's nothing they could do to stop it because Google Skynet's not there, and they're stronger 5v4. Easily, they could just turn off it and go for kills too.
Yeah, it looks like they're not willing to do the force. As long as they keep making proactive plays, getting further here, they're going to be okay. It looks like they're just going to clear up vision. Definitely a good plan. Starve that vision out, and then when they do make that decisive Baron play, it's going to be quite easy to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, we see Kale and Google Skynet in the ball. I don't know what Google Skynet is doing right now.
Looks like Edmund might be backing off.
He's going to back and TP to Baron, I think. I mean...
It's just a regular recall right now.
Maybe not. Now Kale has actually got quite a quick rotation. Oh, actually, we're going to see the Jhin ult opened up. Edmund is not there. And
he went back into base to start his TP.
Yeah, and we actually see the Vlad ult come out too. Shen ult as well. And also Cass ult. Not like a lot of ults burn, almost no damage done.
So Edmund went back into the fountain there just to make sure he could get that speed boost when he comes out of his teleport. But didn't feel it was needed because they didn't really get anything out of that initiation.
The Baron's been started.
Yep.
And they Google's Skynet, you see most closest champion. Like
Jungo's currently backing. Cassiopeia's in the base here, dealing with minions. This should be relatively free.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like they made the call to back off.
I don't know how they can stop it. Yeah, this is going to be a free Baron going over in favor of Ezreal is high. And at this point now, we have a 11k gold lead at 25 minutes. And it just doesn't look like, it looks like Ezreal's high kind of knows what they're doing when they're playing ahead. And it really looks like Big Sponsor has no idea what to do in behind.
Yeah. And they did definitely pick themselves into a hole here with this conflict. They're just not going to be able to respond with what's happened in this game. Renekton is not going to be stopped by the people they have. Cassiopeia will stop for a second. Kill Slow's really not going to do much, and it's just going to be Levi and Edmund just rolling over their team, with Tubbs putting on a ton of damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Their bot lane advantage the Big Sponsor got just isn't really translating into anything on the map.
Yeah, I mean, Kale just can't do anything versus this team. Like, that's the problem with also early picking the Kale. It's like, okay, we got the Kale, she's really good, but then they have like a lot of hard CC to lock her down, and they have also just a lot of burst damage for, like, look at this. Levi just doesn't care. Levi, like...
Gets the ult.
Yeah, he gets the ult, and it's like, Levi is the most fed person, but he doesn't burn anything, and the only person who's doing well, really, right now on Big Sponsor is that Kale, and Kale under tower still has to burn her ult, versus a Levi who doesn't even have to burn it. Like,
well, he did use a Ghost there.
He did Ghost, that's true, but I mean, Ghost, I guess it is kind of impactful, but the ult is really what they're waiting for.
Easy tower pickup. Here comes the ult here.
They're just gonna take the tower with the Jhin ult. They're not looking for kills. They're looking for the tower with that Jhin ult, and they get almost all of it with it. So really good open up there from Easton.
Yeah, they'll get it here. They won't even need to actually.
Yeah, Google Skyneck actually gets locked down. He's going to get feared in the team. He's going to go down instantly. Nice Malzahar ult actually going on towards Nightingale. Nightingale's flash for Toad. Good petrifying gaze, but Easton's still able to pick up the kill. Yeah, so all in all, this game,
yeah. Tubbs flash ult in. So Easy Grinch should live here.
Yeah, but Edmund gets another kill. Dongo, first time I've seen him in the last 10 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah,
he's been clearing
that
with
top
wave.
right out of the game there.
Tubbs,
Levi and Edmund.
Look how much Tubbs just did there to Spicy Grinch.
Yeah.
Spicy Grinch. Oh my goodness, Edmund goes for the dive. He goes down, but yeah, they finally get the second time. So Spicy Grinch, and yeah, this is going to be game 1, going over to Ezreal is high. A little bit of revenge for that first game in the Swiss.
Yeah.
And yeah. Game 1 goes.
So yeah, this was
15k gold lead at 27 minutes.
Yeah, just snowballed through top really hard. The disadvantage in the bot lane, just because of the comps, really didn't gain them anything. And Levi really able to dominate that game, put Edmonds ahead, and so he could do the same.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of the one of the things is both these teams are obviously coming from solo queue.
Yep.
Neither of them have any macro play really whatsoever. It looks like there's a lot of times in this game you notice opportunities for the team to push an advantage, or you notice a mistake from one team where they might have capitalized and they just don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's because both teams I know don't respect the other team at all, which is one of the problems. Obviously the Kale 80 carry pick coming out.
That's very much disrespect.
especially first pick is just very questionable. Probably going to be a little bit of John's.
Yeah.
Of saying, oh yeah, well we played Kale 80 carry. That's the only reason we lost that game. Coming out from them, I'm sure we'll see in game 2 though. Will they be able to bounce back? Will they be able to even it up?
They got to win 2 games in a row now if they want to get those BNY 1060s.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a short break here.
Yeah.
Just set up next game, and then we'll be right back, guys, with game 2 of the finals between big sponsors and Ezreal's High.
Yeah, and one more thing, we just wanted to thank our sponsors for the event here at LANtasy 2017. NVIDIA, HyperX, and PMY being our big sponsors here.
Yeah, so thanks guys, and we'll be right back with game 2 coming up shortly. Okay, guys, looks like we're going to be hopping into Champion Select for Game 2. We're going to be seeing, obviously, they swap sides for this one. Once again, if you missed the first game, big sponsor, our number 1 seed from the tournament, lost quite handedly to Ezreal's High. And so we're going to see the Syndra ban coming out here, just like last game, because in the first game in the Swiss, when we saw them play, big sponsor played a very good Syndra and actually just destroyed Edmund's mid-Lux.
I think the biggest question here is, are we going to see the Renekton ban?
Yeah, or like the Renekton first pick, because once again, this time they actually have an option to first pick it, right?
It will be first.
So, I mean, I honestly think we won't. Honestly, my guess is big sponsor, they're going to ban Graves, like they did the previous 2 games.
Yeah.
They have to ban Riven, which they already have.
I know they have the opinion that Graves is broken, and they think that they'll pick Graves here, but I don't think they should ban Graves. I think they should leave it open.
I'm curious if they ban Lulu. They banned Lulu last game. They might ban it again. I'd like to see Lulu banned. Yeah, there's the Renekton ban, so you're right. They banned Renekton.
Yeah.
Will we see a Lulu ban coming out here from Ezreal's High? They banned it the previous 2 times versus Uber Noobs. They might go for it for a 3rd time.
He's definitely done very well with that.
I think, well, they definitely banned it out last game. Yesterday was so long ago. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, he was playing some Lulu yesterday, doing quite well on it.
Yeah, I think they banned it in that game. Yeah, and they banned it again here, so that's pretty expected. And will they ban Graves is the thing here. Like,
well, what do we think's first pick here?
Vlad.
You think we're just going to do
They banned Hecarim, Vlad.
They just don't want to see last game topside, which was the defining factor in that game. They just ban it right out and say, all right, show us something new here.
I honestly think they might go for the Vlad here. So if they do, that'd be lovely to see. Like,
it wasn't really answered, so it isn't a bad pick.
I mean, the thing is Nightingale went off. Like, I've seen him in other games do very well in it, so it's obviously a priority pick for the 2 mid laners. Yeah. And after watching Tubbs' mid TF, I really don't think he should be going back to it. It was a little questionable. Lots of blue cards. So I think it'd be good to see if he could go back onto the Vlad. I mean, we might see. It's not necessarily the best pick. Like, a jungler could be good here, but like with Graves and Rengar open, it's not like there's that crazy priority. They're both very good. Yeah, there's the Vlad lock-in. That's exactly what we're expecting. On your side, I actually expect them to lock in Graves here for sure.
Yes, I really think that they'll see that pick.
Yeah, I feel like
probably the
Graves
one.
Karma. Yeah, that's very standard because Uber Noobs only really plays Karma and Lulu. That's always played the whole tournament. Those are easily his best 2 champions. So it's not that surprising to see that ban come out.
They're both really high up in the meta right now too, so it's not surprising to see that locked in at all.
I'm curious if we're going to see a bot lane picked up here, or I mean, anything really. Like, will they pick the top lane? I don't know. Like, the top lane pick has potential here. Jungler, obviously, also some potential, because jungler's already locked in, support's already locked in. They might just go for counter picking, but it looks like maybe they'll just pick the Poppy and grab Poppy and Kha'Zix. So just save their bot lane for last.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess they're trying to get a
either
counter
way,
pick,
they don't get the counter
it does
pick.
seem like they've
already
are going to be behind in the bot lane no matter really what they pick, so they got to pick something that's safer.
I mean, if you look at it though, they picked their mid lane early, and normally on blue side you pick mid top last rotation, so you can counter pick one of the 2. But by picking mid early, they get guaranteed counter pick anyway for big sponsor.
They did it last game too, and it worked out well.
Yeah,
for them,
so they get guaranteed counter pick anyway for big sponsor. So and they lock in the Kale again. So back-to-back Kale ADC games. I mean, last game it actually did quite well with the Karma.
It was fine in lane, but it didn't have any game
I mean,
no game impact.
Literally no AD carry would have had game impact in that game.
That's true.
So let's cut it some slack. I mean, there's not much you can do when there's an 8-1 Hecarim going on you as an AD carry. Literally every AD carry will die.
Comp for this time too, with Google's Skynet on that Graves.
And yeah, and they're going for the Shen again. So I actually like the Shen in the Poppy matchup. I just really don't like the fact they don't pick an assassin jungler with this much protection. It's like, oh, let's pick Graves and then Kale AD carry. But like, if you CC the Kale AD carry, you rely on the Shen ult to hit Kale pretty much. Because Kale's not going to be ult, like, you can't ult yourself when you're CC'd. So we might see a Malzahar come out again here looking for that similar thing. At the same time, they could just pick something sustain and I think just win this bot lane. Like, if they pick Nami here and Caitlyn, they pick Nami Kate, I think they dominate that bot lane and then Kale's useless the whole game.
Yeah, that'd be a good pick for sure. It would be definitely nice to see a big sponsor pick up something in the jungle like a Rengar if they're going to continue to pick this trifecta of Shen.
But they already picked up Graves. They've already got the Graves, so I mean,
So it's just kind of a weird.
And there's
weird
the
comp
Jin Mao's again.
So
So
here with the AD Kale. I mean, we could be wrong about that. The Kale could go in the mid lane this time. I just don't expect
no
it.
way.
Kale
No
does
way.
shove in really hard against Vladimir.
There's no way
early.
that both of them have pocket pick Kales. There's no way. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, and we do see the same bot lane
Yeah.
locked in, so it looks like we're going to see the same matchup exactly.
Yeah,
in the
and
bot lane, that Karma Kale versus that Jin and Malzahar.
I actually, honestly, after seeing this, Google Skynet's only played Graves and Warwick, really. He played a couple games of Rengar versus some of the lower ranked teams,
Yeah.
but honestly, the more I think about it, I think you could easily target Google Skynet for bans.
I know he definitely favors the Graves, so seeing it go.
Yeah,
through
I
here,
mean, like, if
definitely
you
think
ban-
he's happy with that.
If you ban the Graves, then he's gonna pick Warwick, and his Warwick is useless.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would have been a really good pick. Cause like, if let's see his team as Warwick again, it's the same team comp as last game. It wouldn't suck. But
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how his Graves does. I remember
We've got 2 switches here, just the
his Graves also did die level 2 doing a Mumu jungle in one of the earlier games.
Fair enough.
And so it wasn't spectacular when I saw it.
We'll have
earlier.
to see if Levi has the same game impact as last game. 'Cause
I-
Levi really dictated the pace, got Edmund ahead, and that's what allowed
It looked a
them
lot
to
different.
snowball the map.
It looked a lot better than Tubbs' Rengar the previous time when they
Yeah.
met in the Swiss. I just want to see what types of lanes he might gank in this game because, like, I mean, like the Hecarim,
It's a lot tougher this time.
it's a lot tougher. Like the top lane matchup isn't a hard win; it's pretty even.
Yeah.
In the mid lane matchup, like you have a Vladimir that doesn't have any CC versus a Victor, and Victor is not Cassiopeia. He has at least a bubble to protect himself.
Yeah.
Pre-6. And you don't have hard CC with Hecarim. Like Hecarim has the ult, you can like push them into you.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of movement speed. Kha'Zix just the jump. So I actually really want to see Kha'Zix countering bait
Get in the jungle.
and just destroy the Graves. Because if you get ahead of the Graves, you can just start destroying.
And if we do
just
see that from
blasting
either
him.
side, we're going to see some explosive fights. I really don't think that Google Skynet's going to cross that river at all for that. But yeah, if Levi can get across the river, get some pressure onto the Graves, steal some camps away, and maybe find him low.
I think that this game is
this
going to be
game
dictated by who
is-
gets ahead early. Because both these teams have shown they don't know how to play from behind at all.
Yep.
And both teams are like, okay, in the LCS, you take the outer towers, you get the dragons, you get an inner tower, you bait the Baron, you get the Baron, you get the rest of the outers. Like it's like the standard classic. They don't do anything risky.
Yeah.
And on the other side, they're like, we're behind, we gotta force, gotta take really shitty fights, and it just doesn't work out because that's not how you're supposed to play from behind. They don't know what they're doing from behind. They don't know how to get proper vision control, group up for it. Like we
Yeah.
saw Uberdude get caught out last game trying to get wards alone because his team was like, gotta farm. We saw Google Skynet when he knew there was a dive heavy top lane go bot lane for farm because he had no camps there and he didn't want to risk not getting anything. So
Yeah.
both and in the first game they just from the other side like it also looked just as bad. Like well, I mean to be fair, the game before Fiora just got manhandled and there's nothing you could do in that situation. Like Fiora the split push champion is so binary because she's not great in team
You're
fight.
either ahead or you're out of the game.
Yeah, and that's what happened last game was she just got so far behind it really just threw a loop. Also, Nightingale takes Exhaust this game, does not take Ghost.
Switches it up.
Seems like he's taking some advice from me.
We didn't even talk about it here, so he didn't hear us, but he might have heard us from earlier. And your earlier conversation.
Yeah, I've been preaching that these mid laners should not be taking Ghost, and both of them swap it up this game. Really like that. Ignite coming in for Vlad, I think it's better. Exhaust coming in for Victor, also think it's better. For exhausting the Kha'Zix is nice, as well as exhausting the Vlad isn't bad too, because he's got a lot of burst potential with his E and his Q.
Yep.
Like, so, and it's pretty obvious when he's going to use his E too, so you can
Yes.
easily exhaust ahead of time to block damage. So I don't think it's that bad. I feel like both teams might be taking this game a little more seriously. I guess
It's
the
kind of
Kale.
interesting he still didn't take Ignite.
What, in the mid lane?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit close, but
I mean, I can
don't wanna be in
understand
that
it.
kind of range
Victor is a very. He's not going to all in anyway. It's,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
like the thing is, like, Victor is not going to be like, I need to do this all in.
but
versus them.
even just to stop that heal from the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, I could get that. I mean, I think they should have run it in the bot lane. I think they should run Ignite in the bot lane.
I've heard we might be running right into a pause here, but we'll have to see.
Oh, well, I mean, that would be fine, 'cause it gives me time to do this,
Get the team today.
yeah, change the team name and stuff, so. Works for me.
They paused or something.
Yep. I mean, we load in also quicker with our computer, than them. We got some laptops there, not the quickest load in, so we gotta wait for that too. But yeah, I think it might be a pause again. One thing we gotta note is like the early gank jungle. Like Google Skynet has not shown any gank pressure whatsoever. To be fair, Warwick not a good gank jungler at all. So I understand it in a sense. Oh, and Levi's gone.
So we should see a pause come out quickly here.
Yeah. I mean, or they're playing 4v5.
There we go.
Oh man, high ping for these players.
Yeah.
Happens. It's a LAN. It's not perfect. It's been pretty good the whole LAN though. Like I mean, I home play at like 58 ping, and I've been getting like 60, 65 for most of the LAN, so it's not that bad. It's like, what do you expect with like hundreds of computers in here? It's not going to be as good as you can get at home. I've got really good internet at home as well, so it's like very playable.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like
it's been pretty solid. We've had a really good connection.
Yeah, we've actually had a really good set of tournaments. Like there's been very few technical issues.
Yeah.
I mean, we had an issue earlier where the computers crashed, but that was definitely not the error of the LAN, but the error of the users. Plug a power bar into a power bar into a power bar into a power bar, and guess what? It's not going to work.
Disney peep.
Talking about the power. Yeah, we've had honestly zero issues this LAN, which is
this LAN has been super awesome. Thanks to everyone involved with the network and power. It's pretty much anything that's happened has been because
of user error.
Somebody's been plugging in wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like
somebody's been unplugging it the wrong time.
We had it's been some issues with like cords.
We actually had more people's computers having issues than we used.
Oh, honestly, that's been like the biggest issue of the LAN, as well as we also had a 10-minute pause for a bathroom break earlier in the LAN, which was ridiculous.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. They lost their bans, and that's why one of them probably lost their Swiss. That was actually Ezreal's High who did that. So don't do that at the LAN. No. Don't hold up the tournament so you can go to the bathroom when you can do it in between games.
Yeah.
So right now they're just trying to fix a couple smaller issues here. And so talking about the comps then, so the Victor is just going to be trying to, when he plays against this Vladimir, he's just going to be looking for just doing some passive player. He does not want to fight at all. It's not going to look good for him if he fights. So what he's going to focus on doing, I think, is just scaling up.
Yeah.
Victor's early game is very bad.
Yes.
And he just needs to get a couple items, and then he'll have a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And we've seen Froggen in the LCS played a lot recently, and it's gotten a fair amount of play, so it's not like that off-meta pick. Whereas the Vladimir, he's going to want to be trading a lot with the Victor, because Victor doesn't have a lot of burst potential early, especially without the Hex core upgrades.
Exactly.
And he has sustain with Vladimir with his Q, especially after the buffs, or I guess the changes, as they like to call it, where they change his Q so that the non-enhanced one also heals a little more.
A summoner has reconnected.
Change the line a bit. Fair enough.
Okay, so we're just gonna check out what's going on with the teams here, find out exactly what's going on, and get them back online here.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has reconnected. A summoner has reconnected.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We are back.
Sorry about the delay. So it looks like we had some issues with the. It looked like Riot servers because most of the players had really good ping, but there was a few that had some issues, and they're all connected through the same stuff. So,
so 7 of the 10 players had good ping, and 3 of the 10 players had unplayable ping. So we just had to restart the game. Now it's all restarted. Hopefully everything's fixed. Looks like everything is. We'll have to see, though.
It looked like the players were going ahead and playing. Nice concentration going on from each team here, so it doesn't look like we should have any issues, and we are back into game 2.
And it's the exact same team comps, exact same picks as game 1, as the game 2 that was the first time around. So everything we said before is still, it's still valid.
Ezreal's high, looking to close out the series here, take down first place, take down those sweet PNY GTX 1060s here today.
Definitely looking for
from NVIDIA and PNY, so.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see, I think interesting is, I want to see if, what we were talking before about Google's Skynet, will he get early ganks off? And for Levi had lots of success in the early ganks last game. Will he be able to do the same thing, except now on a much harder champion to get those picks with, especially with his teammates having harder champions to get them as well?
Yeah, I think honestly the jungle matchup has swung quite a bit here. With Google's Skynet finally getting on Graves instead of the Warwick, much bigger impact on the game. And Levi not getting something that will be so easy to dive in.
Okay, you want to... Okay, so... minions now have spawned. We're going to see that same bot lane matchup as last game. Last game, Easton and Talalaim had a really, really hard matchup against So Icy Grinch and Uber Noobs. This time, we'll have to see if the same thing happens, obviously. It's the same matchup, so probably something similar happening here, but I don't mind it, because late game, I actually feel like the Jhin Malzahar is much better, especially the Malzahar having that. And actually, we're going to see a nice start. Both teams starting on the top side this time, and it actually baits a really, really bad spot for the bot lane of Ezreal's High. They're put into a little bit of a shaky situation, but they get some nice trading out in the end anyway, so it's not that bad for them. Okay, Karma take a little bit of rest. Yeah, and with both junglers starting on the same side this time, that's a really big difference from last game, because they will end up in bot lane at the exact same time as opposed to bot and top.
Yeah.
So we might actually see a 3v3 bot lane here, with both junglers coming down around level 3 or 4. But one difference is Graves didn't do Raptors. Graves is a god at Raptors. That's what everyone's starting. Everyone starts Raptors on Graves right now because of how good it is, but it looks like Google's gonna actually just completely passes over the camp. Maybe it's to rush level 3 and then go bot lane or go invade or something. We'll have to see if he does something more proactive with that, or if it's just how he plans to path it. So.
Yeah, and this bot lane looking like it's playing out very similarly to how it did last match. The big difference here is going to be obviously in the top lane, where Dongo is looking like he's going to be on much more even terms this time, not having to put up with the Renekton.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, if we look at the mid lane here, what we expect is, big all in here though.
First
and
blood.
Looks like Edmund's making the plays, flashes in, gets the stun. Dongo going down again. That's a big lead opened up there.
And actually, Google Skynet didn't go for anything aggressive. He didn't even grab the Scuttle Crab. He just cleared his jungle, and then now he's going back.
He's got a very weird path.
Yeah, that's why, like last game, I thought he started bot side, so he didn't have to do this, because the pathing is so bad. But this game, he starts top side. He still doesn't kill the extra camps, which I think with Graves is actually very doable. So a little bit of a weak path coming in here from Graves. And we actually, Levi's now fully cleared his whole jungle, and Google Skynet still has to do a full camp. And the Krug just takes the longest. So.
Yeah. It should be, and you can see, of course, Levi does hit level 4 first. He's going to have to back off, so he's not really going to have any gank pressure out of it. But when he does buy those items, he might be able to go up top and try and snowball that lead a little bit more. With the flash down, though, we'll have to see if Google's Skynet can do anything with the top pressure Dongo can provide.
Yeah, and another interesting thing is both Scuttle Crabs are still up, too. So, I mean, I don't know which side he's going to go on to. It looks like, Kha'Zix is still, he's in the mid lane. He hasn't made up his mind yet. And actually, Google Skynet doesn't actually back. So, there's an item advantage, even with, the experience is completely even right now between the two junglers. And it looks like, they're just going to go on the opposite sides of the map and grab their respective scuttles.
It looks like Tubbs has actually put some decent damage here on a Nightingale, and he's out of mana, so he's going to get pushed out of the lane.
1 second. The top lane here looks like Edmund's going to get ganked here by Google Skynet. Dongo gets a nice taunt. There's no flash, but Edmund with a nice Heroic charge into the wall onto Dongo. Looks like he's just going to walk his way out of here to take some damage. Not too bad. Not a bad gank. He harassed him out right after he recalls back into the lane, but nothing too special either.
Yeah,
nice.
it was well played by Edmund there.
Actually, in the bot lane, both summoners burned by So Icy Grinch. Both the heal and the flash. Nice trading. Looks like this time the Jin is doing a lot better in the matchup than previously.
And that's a really bad news for Big Sponsor, because that was kind of their one lane where they actually could have some advantage. As we were talking about the mid lane here, about Tubbs being able to push out Nightingale here, he's actually given himself a 7 CS lead. He's going to get a free back. He's going to get a little bit of an XP lead there as well. Oh, Google Skynet coming over for Levi. Levi does pick up most of the camp, it looks like.
Yeah, he got the smite off, so Levi gets the camp. But and he's actually going to get his way out with the Scuttle Crab too, so nothing really burned. That top lane gank was really nice, because Dongo actually now, he's not having a good time in this lane, but he's not having a bad time either now.
Yeah, he can definitely hold his own. Edmund's got to watch out. He's a little bit low here.
He's taking so many creeps. Like, the creeps are just killing him. Oh, actually, Flash Force out down there with Levi.
So
nice.
Google is Skynet putting some pressure on this game. It looks like nice. Dongo man trying to make a play.
And Dongo
takes
actually
2 turret shots. Oh, actually dies to the first one. Edmund with the outplay again, and you really see where we saw this group stage matchup between these two teams where Dongo just dominated. The reverse is on the run back here.
I mean, the difference also is that it was actually
it
Easton
was different
in the top.
players.
Yeah, Easton was in the top lane
You're
last
right.
game, and now it's Edmund, and it seems like this has been working out very, very well so far for Ezreal's High.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder. Both mid laners are now back, and both mid laners are now picked up a Null Magic Mantle, or not Null Magic Mantle, a Negatron Cloak.
Yep.
So, both of them just obviously the mid lane's being very passive. They're just playing for like resistances, not dying in their respective matchups. And actually, both the farm this game actually feels a little low also for both teams. Maybe just me. It just looks a little low. But both teams are pretty equal actually in CS.
Everybody's
everywhere.
hovering around 40, except for Shanna's a little bit behind from the 2 deaths. But even then, not that much behind for dying twice.
Yeah, I mean, and actually with the Kale splash and heal down, it's like Easton, look at how much more aggressive they can play. Tall aim and Easton here. Oh yeah, Easton actually gonna flash forward. They're gonna get exhausted. Will they be able to pick up So Icy Grinch? He's gonna get silenced, but no, the movement speed there from Uber Noob's able to actually save him. So really well played there in bot lane.
Seems like we just have a similar situation. Top isn't snowballed this far, but Poppy with this lead should be able to just manhandle this lane. Not as big as Renection, of course.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be 2 tanks slapping each other. But with the bot lane even up, as opposed to last game where it was really big in favor of Big Sponsor, Big Sponsor is going to be in trouble here, and Ezreal's High's got themselves off to a nice start, even though it's only 800 gold at this point.
Yeah, I think the main thing is the Poppy getting ahead.
Google Skynet coming up and being followed by Tubbs here.
And actually, Edmund goes really aggressive. He still has his ult, and there's no CC. He might be able to just ult his way out of here. He's going to walk in the bush, probably charge. Oh, yeah, actually turns to the ult. With Tubbs coming in, it looks like they're going to try and turn it on towards Google Skynet. He flashes out. He does have the Glad ult on him, though. Looks like he's going to go down. No, he actually doesn't, and Tubbs has to flash out from the tower, so a little bit of trading going back and forth here, but both teams.
I'm not really sure about that dive from Tubbs. I liked that he came in there. It definitely saved Edmund, otherwise Edmund was done for. Edmund gets taunted out of under tower. He's done.
Yeah, and Ignite going down, the Dongo
kind of sloppy there. There was no reason to be that close. There was no way they were going to be able to initiate that redive after Tubbs had used both the summoners. And Dongo making the outplay there, able to pick up a kill back, and that'll help him catch up in that lane for sure.
One thing about this matchup that's really interesting, and like they weren't getting it last game. I noticed it last game, but it wasn't working. This game it is. What they do is they'll use Malefic Visions and the Voidlings on Kale, and then immediately follow it up with Jin's. Oh, actually, 1 second. So you get Jin. He's gonna use his Curtain Call here, try and get some damage down towards Uber Noobs. Takes a healthy chunk, but yeah. So they use the Deadly Flourish with the Malefic Visions and then the Voidlings to guarantee the Voidlings get their damage off.
Yeah.
And so they've been using that, and that's how they force out the flash and the heal earlier from So Icy Grinch, and that's how they have some pressure in this lane now. They're actually up a little bit in farm.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pushing in the other way, so it's probably pretty even, but much better than last game where they were just getting decimated.
Yeah, it looks like So Icy Grinch just hitting 6 now, so they're starting to catch up, but definitely, even though the CS isn't that far apart, the XP seems to be a little separated here.
Just a little bit though, it's just the wind pushed in. Still pretty even. Actually, tall lane actually is gonna find Nightingale here. The Shen ult comes out also. Will they get Nightingale before Shen ult comes out? Yes, they do. So Shen got interrupted, one of the two.
Yeah, looks like Poppy got the interrupt there.
Yeah, Goose gonna use his ult to just get some distance. Chunks them all out. They might go for the Mountain Drake here, but they're all pretty low. I'm not sure if they'll actually end up doing it. Looks like they will. Nice play though. Nice run from tall lane there to get the pick on a Nightingale, and they actually get both subs out of him too. So really well played.
Yeah, the bot lane's difference this game has been huge, and now we're seeing the impact on the map.
It feels like the Kale pick kind of caught them off guard early and they fell behind, but now that they kind of know what they're doing against it, it's going much better.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about why we're seeing that pick on the second time after, even though it got ahead the first time.
I mean, there wasn't the problem in the first game. That's,
No.
I think, the main thing is.
But it seems like they need something more. They need something that can make an impact. It's really tough for bot lanes in those kind of games.
I mean, it's also, you have, like, I mean, it's kind of okay because you have the Graves
Yes.
a damage source also.
They do
but
have a damage mix this time at least
Yeah.
going for them.
I just feel like the biggest problem is, like, the Kale can't ult herself. Like, and if you're putting Kale an 80 carry role, pretty much, she's going to be one of the biggest carries come late game. Like, Victor doesn't always need the Kale ult.
Nope.
And, like, even Graves don't really need a Kale ult. It's like you don't have anyone to dive in the team except for the Shen, and Shen's not gonna really want it either. You just want to save it for yourself. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I like Kale like an assassin. Oh, 1 second. Actually, Shen. Oh, nice play there by Edmund to block the Shen taunt. Draws aggro from the Rift Herald.
Yeah, just one punch to the face. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Skynet's going to pick up the Scuttler here, get a little bit of vision. Well, maybe he won't.
He tried to auto the Scuttle Crab and hit Rift Herald because
Yep.
of the way Graves' auto works. That's pretty funny. But
Take
Yep.
a look at the CS. It's pretty even overall. Looks like Shen's caught right back up from that mistake there that Dongo punished.
Google's Skynet looks so much better on this than the Warwick.
Yeah.
It's like the early ganks, even though he's got no score, the early gank top lane helped get Edmund low, which led to kind of an even lane, so Edmund couldn't just keep dominating Dongo, and that really turned that lane around. Like if you look at it now, the CS is like pretty much even.
Yeah.
And he's completely stabilized. Oh, curtain go coming on towards Uber News. It looks like they might be looking for an ult here from tall lane. No, they're just gonna burn the one ult, and that's it. I mean, okay, it wasn't that bad, but they're obviously looking for more, and it doesn't come.
Uber News played that really well. The Mantra Interflame.
Yeah, I just
The Soul Flare there definitely slowed down the gank attempt by Levi there.
yeah, and they weren't willing to risk the flash Malzahar ult because the Kale ult, right?
Yeah.
You can't focus the support with that Kale ult. They're doing really good though. Easton's doing an excellent job this game compared to the last game, hitting those deadly flourishes.
Yeah.
And it's really showing in the lane pressure here. I mean, now they're down a little bit of CS. I don't think Easton actually plays bot, and I know tall lane, I was talking to him earlier, is a mid lane main. But he said he was playing support because he's the best support on the team out of 5 of them. So.
That's fair.
So, pretty good showing so far from
What
them.
are we looking for an objective here that might be taken? None of the towers are really that low.
Yeah, I mean, like, this game's completely stabilized. It looked like the top one might be snowballing again, but since then, really nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of damage in the top lane for Ezreal's high there. They've got a little bit of damage over onto Dongo's turret there, so if they are able to maybe go up top again, see if they can make another play. It is the lane with the Shen, so it's the lane they probably want to pressure right now. Because it looks like the other lanes are kind of stabilized. They don't really need to make moves in those if they're fine with scaling up. And
I mean, yeah.
they probably are fine with scaling up with this bomb.
And it's also, like, it's really hard for Ezreal's high to actually get engages because of the fact that Shen has his ult. The only way you can really look is top lane, and having a tank versus tank is going to favor the fact that Shen's probably not going to die. And like Levi, you can see he's looking for it because he knows that's what he has to look for. But warded out, actually he has both bushes warded, so Levi just clears the control ward and backs. And we see Google Skynet on the upside of the map. Looks like they're going to go for the dragon, knowing that Levi's top lane.
Yeah, they do have that. They do have that spot out here. Should be a free Drake for them. It looks like we're gonna see Eason kind of get in there. It looks like he got some vision. Might put on some pressure with the ultimate here.
Yeah.
Curtain call fired off.
Actually hitting Google Skynet 3 times so far. He's gonna hit the 4th one. Does not, but that's fine. They pressure him off the dragon. Levi is still in the top lane actually. So Levi looking for stuff in the top lane, or top side of the map, I should say. In the top lane, Poppy is just trading with Shen again. No,
Yeah,
it
we can
didn't-
see that the jungle is even this time. There's no level lead or anything, so
And in the mid lane's even too, which actually I think is a little favorable for the Victor, who might have a little harder time in the early laning phase.
yes, I agree.
But
He should be a lot stronger later. He still needs an item and a bit to scale up to where the level he wants to be before he really gets himself involved. He went up for that one dive top, and I think that might have discouraged him from doing much more after he used all his summoners. They are all back up though, so maybe he will look for another play like that again.
Edmund is doing some silly trades. Oh, actually in the mid lane, we see Tall Lane actually flashing forward. Oh, and they do end up picking up the kill. Nightingale brings both subs, but still goes down. So nice pick up there. They are still looking for picks. Tall Lane is doing an excellent job roaming on this Malzahar. Whereas, if you look at it, Karma's still bot lane. Has kind of good work control, but of it. But because they Easton backed on that, they don't get any pressure for the tower really. He is recalled and he comes back to lane. They don't get anything else. Just Tall Lane gets a really nice pick mid lane.
Yeah,
and
they trade summoners, basically support summoners for mid summoners,
And
which
the
is
kill.
probably a trade you're taking with the kill as well. But looks like they're going to pick up here the Drake as well. Which one did we get here?
it's a mountain.
Mountain Drake to start off with. We'll have to see what we get for the next one.
Yeah. So first dragon goes over to Levi here. One thing is, Kodak's really good at taking those dragons, and it's really good for him to get that first one.
Yeah. And we got an Ocean coming up for the next one.
Yeah. And one thing I'll say is, oh, actually, 1 second. In the bot lane, looks like Easton's going to be taken out here. No, so I see Grinch. No, he actually brings the heal and is able to pick up the kill in the end. And Tall Lane going down here also. He's no sum. There's no way he's going to get out of this. He will be dying as well. So good play actually there from the bot lane. This Kale pick is actually working really well for them. It's 2 kills now for it.
Yeah, and they do have a better comp for it this time, so this might actually matter. Whereas last game, it really wasn't going to, no matter how far ahead that Kale got.
Gold is completely even again.
Yep.
Just the one dragon difference, really.
Yep.
And it's not actually looking that bad now. Getting the double kill and getting the pressure on the bot tower is really, really important for this.
I don't even know if Levi
TP
can really
coming
come
in. You got
here.
TP coming in
with
bot
the
lane.
TP he can.
And there's no ult on Spicy Grinch, I don't think. No, actually, he does have it. I lied. And Shed is here as well. So Edmund's going to come in fine. He's not going to get anything. He's going to look for Uber Noobs, but not really going to get it. And he's actually going to get taken down here. Nice ult, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, actually, they get the pick on the one. So Grinch just no sums, no. Oh, now he has no ult. He's going to go down here as well. Levi with the damage, and it's actually picked up on the backside there by Easton. Dongo might go down here as well. Flash is forced out. Nightingale's trying to force him towards Tubbs. He's going to get some damage on towards Tall Lane, but not much else picked up. Really good turnaround there from Ezreal's High. I felt like it was just a little greedy coming in there for a big sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they were going to get an easy kill onto Edmund there, and then out of nowhere, Easton's there with the curtain call, able to pick things up.
Oh,
cancel
actually,
possibly a kill here as well on Dongo.
Dongo does go down, yeah.
That's a disrespectful back there.
I just don't.
Give
He's
the
probably
right-
just in the shop, not paying attention.
Definitely shopping.
On the backside, though, is actually gonna pick up the top tower for first tower, so they get some of the gold back. Not too shabby. Google Skynett's flash is actually forced out. Edmund's just sitting on him here. I think they're gonna be able to pick up this kill because Levi's here as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a kill.
Yep, and they're gonna get top tower off it as well because top tower is low. Shen is still dead with no TP. This should be a top tower.
I think they can get bottom tower here, but this will just even up the towers, which will put that huge trade in the bot lane.
I mean,
that'll be
also,
the gold lead here.
Kale's running bot lane. No one's mid. Vlad might get some tower damage as well, but probably not going to be able to take it. Not the best tower pusher.
No. So just over 1,000 here
Yeah.
for the gold lead here, even though we do have a 5 kill discrepancy. It
Oh,
looks like
and there's actually no
farm.
summoners right now onto Easton. Nice ult there from Malzahar coming in. But will they be able to turn the kill? Yes, they actually do. Tall Lane gets the kill on the Soy Grinch. Ubernude is getting pushed out too. They might be able to pick this one up as well. Flash is forced out of Karma, and this is just going to turn into 1 kill, but a little overzealous there from Soy Grinch with his ult not up yet.
Yep. Nightingale getting dove here in the mid lane. It looks like Tubbs should be able to pick this up. He does. And that should be mid-turret as well, I think.
Fusion going for the pick on towards Karma, not going to get it. Oh,
Google
actually in the
Skynet.
jungle, Edmund is going to catch their Google Skynet.
Yeah, Dongo not rotating early enough here. This could be dangerous. It
Yeah,
looks
and
like
actually-
it's going to be a kill.
No, a nice comp coming out. Oh, either way, he does still get it, yeah. And Easton on the back end in the bot lane, there's still lots of trading happening with Karma.
Dongo just too slow in the rotation there, and it really just left Google Skynet to hang out to dry there.
Yeah,
Could
and
have played a
actually,
little bit safer, but
Yeah, actually, on the back end, we didn't notice. Levi took the mid lane tower, and in the bot lane, they also got the tower. So that's 3 towers now to 1.
Yeah, we're almost up to, we're at just over 4K now for a lead.
And like, I'd like to see if they can actually come back from behind, because both these teams were struggling playing from behind in their series versus each other.
And that's what we talked about after the last game. So
and now there's a 4,000 gold difference. I want to see So Icy Grinch and the big sponsor play it slow. Honestly, they need to play it slow.
And we need to see if So Icy Grinch can make an impact in this game and do something.
Yeah, I mean, he's been
with
doing,
their team comp. He's been
doing
playing
okay.
well in his lane.
But like,
but as a team, they just haven't been able to do anything.
Yeah.
The individual outplays can be made, but whenever there's a team decision, it just seems like Ezreal's high is on top.
Yeah, I don't think it has much to do with the Kale pick, to be honest, but I think that the interesting thing is the Kale pick, they picked it to win the lane.
Well, and
it did, and then they threw it.
It was the only lane they picked to win it, really. Like, I guess you would expect Victor to come out a little bit ahead.
Victor's pretty even. Top lane is pretty even.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like there's one stomp. Like last game, there were some stompy lanes. This game, not really too many stompy lanes. I don't know all the Kale lane. Obviously, it was going pretty well, but after that throw they just had where he died for nothing, it's now in favor of Jin and Malzahar, who have the gold lead. Both of them. Jin's up 400 gold, and Malzahar is up a solid 700.
Yeah. So big advantage there for that Malzahar. It looks like he does have a little bit of AP there as well.
Yeah,
he might have overextended here in the top lane, but Google Skynet's got to be careful. That is a tanky Poppy.
Yeah, and she has Ninja Tabby and Sunfire. Honestly, Edmund's dead though.
From the whole team though. Might be
nice. That's a nice thought. There, 2 of them, but that's 4. Okay, that was actually 4. Like, dedicated top lane to get that kill.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Yisun can do anything.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
they
just
can.
Going to get the push in, so it actually worked.
That worked out
quite
really well. No, it was an excellent roam because the dragon wasn't up. It's not up for another 25 seconds. So Edmund's just going to spawn when it comes up. He does have TP at least, but there's a really nice rotation at the right time here. And actually in the bot lane, will they find Easton? No, Easton's just going to walk away. He's going to get away fine. And yeah, looks like they're going to now try and set up for this dragon. It is the ocean.
Yeah, I don't.
So not
we should
great.
See a fight over it, but
yeah, they could. I think they should leave it. Personally, they burned a lot of ult.
They don't have the Victor ult. They should stay out of it.
Or the Graze ult, and nothing was burned except for the Poppy ult on the other side. So.
Yeah, they're definitely giving it up here. Easy pickup. We'll have to see what we get from the next one here.
Also, to note,
looks like we're gonna see another ocean.
We actually see Victor has already picked up a QSS.
Okay.
For this Malzahar who keeps roaming mid lane and flashing on him and killing him. So
strange that he actually decided to build 2 MR items. I feel that's definitely.
I feel like he wasn't expecting to have to build the QSS, and then after all the roams, he was forced into it pretty much.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of these games with Malzahar that we've seen in all levels, really. You got to get a lot of QSSs going, or else you're just going to be the target. Whoever doesn't have one is going to be the target. And again, we keep talking about. Kale can save one person, but not herself. So Kale's probably gonna have to get one too.
Yeah, she has to get one.
Yeah.
It's like, but the question is now she's gonna go for a couple of damage items first. But I wonder if she gets it 3rd or she goes for a 4th.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But because she doesn't have it,
I think we need to see some teams put some pressure. We need to get out of this lane phase right now, and Ezreal's High is putting on enough pressure to kind of force them into it. And the longer they can do that, the
one
better
second.
it'll be.
Edmund goes in towards Google Skynet, but he's getting collapsed on by 3 people. No, nothing's gonna come out of it. Never mind. Ignore me.
The difference this time is he has his team support as well, so he was safe to make that play because he had a little bit of backup.
Like it takes a while to burn down Edmund right now, and his team was close enough that they could actually pressure back.
Exactly. Looks like So Icy Grinch just going to take a quick back, a little bit of a regroup here from the big sponsor. And it doesn't really look like there's any way to punish here from Ezreal's High.
Yeah, I actually want to point something out. Google Skynet just hit level 11 in the jungle, and Levi's 14 and a half. But Google Skynet literally... Oh, no, he didn't just hit 11. He's close to 12, but Levi's got 3 full levels on him.
Yeah, once they took those towers, they just took full control of this jungle. Edmund obviously can drop. I think if there's 3 people, he's safe right now. If there's 4, then there's got to be something.
Hub's actually going in towards So Icy Grinch. Burns the ult, burns a lot of stuff on him. So Icy Grinch has a nice ult though and a nice Shen ult. He's going to be fine. And there's 3 bot lane there, but the Baron is being started up on the back end. They do have the TP, but that's it. And this is a really quick rush Baron. There's going to be 2 people who have to run. Actually, 3 people who have to run all the way there. Will they be able to get it in time? They might just try and turn it towards Victor. No, so they're going to try and burn it down. And with no jungler here, because the jungler was going to try and get that kill, they get the Baron for free. Will they be able to get out now? Levi actually tries to turn back in towards Nightingale. On the back end, Dongo's getting taken out by the back line. And it's just going to be a reset. Nobody goes down. Oh, Google's going to actually flash forward. He really wants to get Levi here. Will he be able to? He's going to get Jhin ulted. Not going to go down, though. He'll be fine. And yeah, so that's a free Baron. This is what I wanted him to do last game.
Yeah.
When they send 3 wheel balling to kill to kill someone, you rush the Baron. Especially because Google with Skynet seems to always be the one who's never at the Baron.
Yes.
He's holding the bot tower. He's ganking the bot lane. He's just never at the Baron. When it's up, and they have a really good rush because like Poppy and Malzahar both can tank pretty easily. Yeah, he really wants Google Skynet. No flash from Google Skynet. He does get the ult over the wall. Will he get followed? Yeah, Levi's actually going to use that blast plant to follow.
Oh, Edmund teleported in behind.
Oh, and he was actually, they forced the flash to kill. He looks like he's going to be going on towards the Shen and the Karma. They actually, no, they're not going to get the Karma. Nice heal coming in there. He's going to dive. He does kill Karma. Google with Skynet really low in the back end there. On the other side, yeah, they back off. So, yeah, Edmund is just crazy. Edmund is absolutely crazy. He's not going to be able to pick up the kill on Google with Skynet. On the back end there, actually, Kale gets the shutdown towards Jhin. Looks like
big turnaround here.
Vlad might be getting caught out as well. But Levi is still here, and there is Google Skynet. And Google Skynet is nowhere near. He was super low. Levi picks up one. It looks like Dongo might actually be able to pick up one on the back end. No, he will not. And that was a crazy, crazy 2-for-3 fight.
I'm not really sure why Ezreal's High even opted into that fight. They had a Baron here. They could have just slow pushed.
Well, I mean, I feel like Edmund is
used
crazy.
Their teleport advantage, but they just tried to force off that chase there. Try and get Google as Skynet. It was really well played by Big Sponsor. It may give them a little bit of a reprieve here and that Baron. They are down almost 4,000 gold here, but they've been at that level for a little bit here. And
yeah.
If they can stall out the game, they might be able to get back in it.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that was really, really well played there by Big Sponsor. I think more than anything, though, that was just Edmund being like, I am unkillable, except when there are 4 people on me and I'm under a tower and I'm taking it for his all way too long. He still almost killed Google's Skynet, but he could have backed off at any time and they could take his tower because Google's Skynet is low. But he's like, half HP Poppy, gonna tower dive, get nothing for it, screw over my team.
Now, this Poppy is near unkillable. He's proved it many times.
Oh, I mean...
But Big Sponsor's shown they're willing to throw everything at it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
they get that kill, because once they unlock that, once that Poppy's gone, they've been able to unlock some okay fights for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, though, it's more like, if Poppy plays it smart, she's unkillable. And then Poppy doesn't play it smart.
Yeah.
That's mostly what it's been.
That's what's been going on for
this game. I mean, Poppy's been like, I'm super strong. I'm just going to keep trying to solo people, even if I've got no wards and their whole team's in my A and my team's nowhere to be seen.
And that strategy could work if we get this situation where it'd be an isolated top lane. Not going to last that lane very long.
Oh, actually, like. Gank coming in here. It is warded. Google Skynet will be able to get in to Edmund here. Edmund's just going to walk away. Google Skynet passed her on the wrong side, and yeah, Edmund's going to walk away. Nothing to come out of it. Baron is actually still up on... No, it literally just ended as I said that. So yeah, no Baron. Dragon is coming up those in 15 seconds. It is a Cloud Drake, so not priority. Oh, Tall Lame and Levi are looking for a pick in the top lane. Not gonna get anything out of it. Gonna get a Mastery emote. But that's about it.
Yeah, Mastery emotes are pretty essential.
Yeah. Yeah, Cubs are doing some trading. So Icy Grinch takes half his health from just the Q and the E right now from Vlad. It's really hard. Like, you can... The nice thing is about this Kale pick versus the Vlad is you can just ult when the Vlad ult's about to kill you. Like a Zed ult almost.
And maybe that's why they're opting into this?
I mean, last game they first picked it.
Yeah.
And so I feel
they obviously just like it.
Yeah, obviously they just like the pocket pick and they think it's really good right now, but I don't know. I think playing Standard is what you want to do. They won playing Standard and then they lost not playing Standard. In this game, they are still down 4,000 gold with this Kale pick. I don't even think it is the Kale pick though. Like, the Kale pick isn't... Oh, actually, 1 second. Levi?
It's kind of Palpatine's playing with the Kale pick, I feel though.
Oh, nice Shen ult kind of coming out. We'll be able to save Google Skynet for now. Will it be for good, though? No. Looks like Edmund's going to pick up that kill. Dongo's actually kind of caught out here on his own. This team's finally coming to back him up. They get the Thompson towards Edmund, and they're just going to back out here.
Yeah, Edmund with help is still unstoppable.
Oh, Dongo actually gets knocked into the wall. The Kale ult comes out, and now it looks like Nightingale gets locked in. The QSS, though, picked up for him. Comes up big, saves his life there.
We should see some pressure here, though.
Yeah,
Ezreal's High.
I think they should
expect them to take a tower here.
I think they should go for top, but they're going for mid. There's no way mid. They might just go for the dragon, though. I mean, third dragon. They already have one cloud. Stacking any type of dragon is good.
Yeah.
Even if it's Cloud.
Well, I mean, that
No,
movement
they're
speed
gonna pressure
advantage you
mid.
will have. They are rotating a lot, so it's definitely going to help the way they're playing right now.
Yeah, Victor has such good wave clear, but that wave is pretty split, so I think he's not going to get the whole wave. Yeah, and no, they're going to have to back off. Unfortunately, that bouncing grenade from Jin hits Victor, which you think is a good thing normally, but then he gets Deathfire on him, and then you can't auto the tower anymore. Even though Victor's already used his abilities, you can't take the tower. So yeah, looks like they're just going to back off, go for that Cloud Drake, play like safe. I think it's the right call here. I think they should have went for the top tower, but when they decided to go mid, the only other option was to go for this Cloud Drake. Baron is now up in 1 minute and 30 again. It'd be nice to see if they can pressure it again. I mean, last time they got it because of a mistake.
Yeah.
This time I want to see if they can do something more proactive.
Yeah, definitely. And big sponsor here, while they are falling a little bit further behind, it's not a lot. And they should have, off that last pick, those last battles in the top lane there, they should have lost that top tower for sure. All they ended up was the Constellation Drake that they had full control of anyways. Dedicate the time to that. They're going to have to reset here. And yeah, we will see the Baron in a minute. That's definitely what we're going to see from the next objective here. But we've yet to see the second line of towers go down for big sponsor. So there's no immediate danger here. Yes, they have less control of the map, but they're holding on here. They haven't really lost anything in the last, I want to say, close to 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a pretty even game here. Like, at least it looks not even. There's 5k goal difference, but over the past 10 minutes, not much has really happened. Like to push the lead. Like they got the Baron buff, and with the Baron buff, they didn't get a single outer, or sorry, pardon me, a single inner tower. So like, wasn't a very successful Baron buff for them.
Well, I think the game was 8-3 earlier, so they've only really picked up one extra kill there.
I mean, yeah, there's not like it just seems to be this game is stabilized once again. And we just need one more mistake from one of the two teams to break it out open again. And I feel like this is like, I'm very happy with the way they're playing from behind this game. Because, I mean, it's kind of, Edmund's made a lot of mistakes. But the thing is, they're waiting for Edmund to make mistakes. They're not forcing.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I feel like when you're playing from behind...
And they've made a few plays when they do
yeah.
the
I mean, when you're playing from behind, you can play proactive, but you have to be very hesitant about the way you do it. And actually, look here, this might be a great reactive play. The Baron has started up here, and I'm not sure if they know it. Yeah, actually, they do see it now, and they're going to have to back off it with Levi. In the top lane, though, Edmund's still trading with Dongo. Edmund takes 0 damage. Dongo takes practically zero. The Jin ult's coming out here on towards Victor. Get 3 hits of it. Oh, actually going to knock Google Skynet into the wall. Looks like they're going to try and blow him up. No, the KO out and the Shen ult coming out. They actually burn the GA down. Edmund might go down here as well. Tubbs on the back line. It's going to try and he gets 1 pickup. Levi's going to make his way out of here. Tubbs is going to actually blow up Google Skynet. No. This is actually such a close fight. Tubbs tries to get him. Gets snared up. Will he be able to get the kill? He does pull out. Will Levi turn? I'm not even sure what's happening here. And it looks like they're not going to be able to get it. But on the back end, Dongo is by himself. Levi's going to go in. He's going to pick up 1 kill, but taken down. Dongo's actually going to live in the back.
Dongo just taking their whole team.
Yeah, Dongo just 3v1.
No problem.
Wow, that was a crazy fight. I think the main thing, the Kha'Zix GA got popped right away in that fight. And the Kayle and Shen ult used on the same person actually worked out so well.
Yes.
Because it let the Shen be right in the thick of the fight.
Yes.
And you needed the Kayle ult to save him, so...
Yeah, they turned that fight around really well, and I mean it ended up overall just being a 2-for-2, but they did pop that GA as well.
Yeah,
so
I mean
that's a little bit of a win there for big sponsor.
I
should see another fight pretty quickly here. I think the way they went together there.
Yeah, not much changed off that. I think the one interesting thing to note though is when Soisy Grinch doesn't ult himself, Tubbs walks in there and just solo kills him, full HP.
Yeah.
Under tower. It doesn't like the Vladimir pick. Just destroys the KO of the kills in the vault.
Yes, it's been a really good pick, and that's why I'm really surprised that even though they did first pick the KO last game, Vladimir was counterpicked. When the Vladimir was first picked, they decided to run the KO into it again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're going to run the Vladimir regardless of the KO pick, but
yes. It does seem like Tubbs is very comfortable in that pick, and they want to run it.
Yeah. I think the interesting thing is Dongo's really not had a strong showing on anything but the Renekton from what we've seen. Like, his Fiora is pretty good, I know, but the Fiora gets banned in every game, and then the Renekton, they had to ban it, and they
played that last fight really well, though. It looks like he was tanking their whole team.
Yeah, no, he seemed. I'm just talking about the laning phase.
Oh, in laning.
The laning phase, he got destroyed both games. One time it's kind of like a bad matchup, but like
he's definitely got more help from
yeah.
his jungler as well.
Also, Google Skynet just accidentally took the red buff away. Not that bad because Graves is 80 also.
I think it might even be better on that, actually.
I don't know. The thing is, Kale has the movement speed she can chase really easily.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of nice to have the rip
Well,
off.
she can put that on whoever she wants, though.
I mean, yes, but Graves isn't going to be constantly autoing.
Yeah.
Graves is going to be like, tongue, reload, tongue, reload. So it's like, Graves doesn't need it, I don't think, as much as Soy Secret. Either way, though, no QSS picked up for Soy Secret yet either. There is no flash in the one for Tall Lane, I was thinking about it. Oh, and actually the Baron started this again. They do have it pinged. They're not going to get it. Like, the word comes out, they see it. I mean, they're actually staying on it, and they don't have Jin. That was a bit crazy without the Jin. They really should just have a split with the thing again, with Tubbs or something. Just get a split going.
A little bit of damage traded off mid there.
Yeah, they need to not start the Baron, but bait the Baron.
They need to get the control first.
Yeah, exactly.
They
If they
haven't
can
done
get
that.
if they get control and they bait from the base check, that's what they need to do, and they haven't tried it yet really.
I just think they need to go back to a 4-1, but they need to have the Poppy in the right lane. The Poppy needs to be in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, also, they're just stalling this game out. They do have 3 dragons. 4th dragon is Elder, and it's coming up in a solid 30 seconds, which gives them another option, because if they get the Elder, they can just get the Baron. I mean, even with the Cloud Drakes, that's not the important part. The important part is that burn damage, where it's going to be 180 if they can get this Elder, compared to the 45 that might happen in favor for the other team. So,
well, if they do have something like the Baron, or even without, they can set up on one half of the map there, one quadrant, and just go between mid and bot or mid and top. And because their rotations will be really fast, they'll be able to move just as quickly as the defending team with those, which, if they do get the Elder, would be quad.
yeah. I mean, well, it's 1.5.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's 1.5.
So it's triple.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is
The burn damage is obviously much more important.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. Like, when you get multiple dragons stacking in an Elder, it's like, for Cloud, it's an extra 40 movement speed, then plus 1.5.
They already started it up? Yes, they have.
Yeah, it's an extra 60 movement speed if they
Oh,
can get
and
it.
so Icy Grinch is in base.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. And Poppy can actually just ult someone out. Yeah, is Poppy just going to zone their whole team here? Gulas Skynet takes half his health, he's not even near. Yeah, Dongle gets zoned out. Gulas Skynet trying to do something here. Evan's just going to take the Blast Code, I think, out, and they get the Elder for free. Yeah. Now they're going to try and look to turn for a fight. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get it.
Take these up.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dongle actually takes so much damage there. Wow.
That should be a pretty free serve for Edmund. I don't know what so Icy Grinch is doing with the chase there.
No, I mean, it's
a chance.
Well, I think Evan's just going to back and he's going to TP and they're going to get Baron because for some reason So Icy Grinch's bot lane, well, Baron is up, well, they have Elder. Of course they're going to Baron. Now you see So Icy Grinch go, I'm not in the right spot. And they can always just peel off it if they want. They don't have to stick on this. They can just peel off it. Oh, no, Edmund's going to back. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to try and burn this. Gulas Skynet at the end of the city. He's not going to get there, though. And a beautiful play there from Tubbs. He's going to actually kill Gulas Skynet here for sure. And Nightingale is actually really low. Also, he's going to go down. Levi flashed over. Nice TP coming in. Dongo's going to get knocked into the wall. Looks like he might go down as well. Hits the blast cone, just barely lives. Gets stunned up though. Will he go down? No. He's gonna block his way out of the base.
Ooh, even flash units.
Yeah, Levi's gonna get him.
This could be game here.
Yeah. The death timers are 30 seconds. So Icy Grinch still had his ult. I don't think they expected it. Nice stun into the wall. Actually, Edmund can tank this. They totally got this. This is a GA on Levi. It doesn't matter. Oh, but look how low he is. Yeah, Edmund just got a tank tower. Yeah, and there's the ace, and that's gonna be game. I think with Elder and Baron.
Yeah, it should be.
And this
High should be taking the League of Legends LANtasy 2017 title with this flash. We'll have to see if the execution is there. Gulas Skynet's coming up, but shouldn't be able to do the damage along with Goobernage. And this game should be over right here.
Yeah.
The respawn's happening. Here comes the all-in.
Yeah, actually, that was not bad to hold it, but oh gosh. That Jin ult hurts like a truck. He's taking tower. I don't think Easton realized he was taking tower. Almost goes down to it.
So the game's not quite over yet, but a huge lead opened up here by Ezreal's side. 14,000. They've got themselves 3 dragon advantage as well. They should just be able to push in through the bot lane here, get it all for free, and we should be heading into the end of the game very shortly. But we'll see if Big Sponsor can hang on again.
I mean, the Kale's got to be a late game pick, right? You got the ult, maybe. I don't know. At this point, the Shen should be top lane, and they should be grouping up mid and bot. But for some reason, Grace is top lane and Shen is bot. So, like, for instance, if they wanted to go and take that bot tower, Grace has to walk up, and then for a 5v5, and then they're losing their top. So, I don't know. Their rotations this game have kind of been, like, not well thought out.
The previous one as well.
Yeah, like, they just, like, especially I feel like Google Skynet always goes off and does his own thing, and he's never in the right spot at the right time.
Well, we saw the little adjustment there, which is why this gold lead finally got opened up with those big fights. They finally decided to put Edmund in the bottom lane, the lane they had the most. It was the furthest from the objectives that they were looking at from Baron, and they ended up, just because of the positioning and because Big Sponsor was so obsessed with the Baron, they just got a free ult.
This is what they're going to do. They're going to Jin ult, take the tower with Jin ult. Jin's not even going to use his last shot until they get tower, and they're there. They cracked the base.
Tubbs looks like he's all in here. Dongo getting pretty low, could go down. Tubbs is really low as well.
Oh, and there's the ult for the Kale, but Kale actually does get her ult off too. Will be able to pick up Easton on the back end. No, Easton's pretty low, but Nightingale's going to get knocked back. Levi's going to go for Dongo. He's actually going to get it. He gets the reset. Will be able to get anyone off of it. Easton lives and actually forced Victor and Karma out of the base.
We've got a banner minion in mid lane, super minions in top lane.
And
this
Baron,
game's over.
and and Nightingale's not going to get out of the base. This game is going to go over to this tournament. Actually, is going to be going over to Ezreal is High. Congratulations, the 2017 LANtasy League of Legends tournament winners, sponsored by.
We've got PNY, HyperX, NVIDIA as our big sponsors here. Thanks to all of our other sponsors as well at LANtasy 2017. And thanks for watching us here.
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. This has been the Italian one and the Pimp Pimp casting for this finals. And so thank you all for watching. Congratulations to Ezreal is High, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah. And remember, if you guys want to check out what LANtasy is all about, come to our website, www.lantasy.com. Next year, we're looking at March 10th and 11th, I believe, for our event. So if you're interested in finding out about what we do here at LANtasy, we've got, of course, our LAN tournaments, League of Legends, CSGO, Overwatch, and Dota 2, as well as plenty of other things going on here. Tabletop minis, board games, our role-playing games. We have lots of exhibitors here with VR booths, that kind of stuff going on, and just a lot going on. So come check us out at www.lantasy.com.
Okay, so thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next year.